Hello guys, welcome to another video. The Slime and the Shield by WGS564. Chapter 8 Miracle. The party made their way down the dungeon where unspeakable acts were done to demi-humans. Rimuru healed everyone they found as if you could never tell anything happened. Raphtalia even saw her old friend Keel. He was more than shocked to see his old friend now as a young woman. Raphtalia. Are you okay, Keel? Yeah, I was just thinking Raana would have wanted to see him. Raphtalia. Wait a minute, where is Raana? She's in here, right? Keel couldn't bring himself to answer as Raphtalia ran to the cell of her nightmares, but what she saw only brought her even more pain than any torture that she was put through. Her cries could be heard throughout the dungeon. Rimuru. She will most likely need us right now. Naofumi, right? The remaining party members of the Shield walked toward the cell to try and comfort her as she beheld the skeletal remains of her friend. Raphtalia. Please, Master Rimuru, in all the time I've known you nothing was impossible for you. Raphtalia was holding on to Rimuru's legs, begging him. Raphtalia. Please tell me there's some way to bring the dead back to life. Naofumi. That's enough. Raphtalia. Rimuru may be amazing, but even he can't revive the dead. Rimuru. Well, actually, Naofumi, you can't revive the dead, right? Rimuru. I do know this one spell. Raphtalia. Please, even if the chances are slim and even if there's something to sacrifice, I will pay it. Just please, Master Rimuru. Raphtalia was crying on her knees. Rimuru put a hand on her head in an attempt to comfort her. Rimuru. You don't even have to ask, it's a long shot, so please don't be too upset if it fails. Raphtalia wiped her tears. Raphtalia. If there's some chance, then please try. Rimuru. I will. Seal, can you find the location of Raana's soul and bring it to me? Seal. The location of the soul of the individual known as Raana has been found and is on its way. A soul seeped through the window of the dungeon. Rimuru. Now let's fix her up. Raana's bones suddenly grew flesh upon them and her body was rebuilt. Rimuru. Alright, now one thing left to do. Rimuru guided the soul back to its body. Rimuru. We're lucky we came when she did. Her soul didn't disappear yet. Raana's eyes started to open. She started to move and get up. Raana. Raphtalia? Raana was crying. Raphtalia was tearing up as well. Melty. It's a miracle, Philo. There's nothing Master can't do. Raana. Is this a dream? I thought I was dead when I last opened my eyes. Raphtalia embraced her friend. Raphtalia. It's not a dream, I'm really here and you're alive. Raana. I don't know how that's even possible, but I'm happy. Raana embraced Raphtalia in response. Naofumi. Seriously, Rimuru, how up are you? Is there anything you can't do? Rimuru. Yes, and I don't know. Raana. I thought I'd never see you again. That day you left, what happened to you? Raphtalia. It's a long story, but to put it simply, I made friends and met the Shield hero and the Blue hero that we heard rumors about. Raana. No way, how come you got to meet my two favorite heroes? That's so unfair. Raphtalia. I figured you'd be jealous. Rimuru. Hi, I'm Rimuru Tempest, you may know me as the Blue hero. Naofumi. And I'm Naofumi Iwatani, the Shield hero. Raana. I've always wanted to meet you both. Now I can ask what I've wanted to for so long. Raphtalia immediately knew what she meant. Raana, Shield hero, will yo. Raphtalia covered her mouth so she couldn't finish. Raphtalia. It seems she's still not in her right mind, and anyways we should get out of here. Naofumi. Right, we don't want to stay in one place for too long. Rimuru. I'll warp us back to Van Reichnit's mansion. He should be able to keep everyone here safe for a while. The group made their way back to Reichnit's mansion. He was happy to take care of them. Raphtalia. I must go now, but once this is over I will return. Keel. Don't stay away too long. Raana. You're so lucky you're in the Shield heroes party. Raphtalia. So you are jealous? Raana. Don't be such a jerk. The two then shared a chuckle. Raana. Please stay safe. Raphtalia nodded. Raana. And one day let's go back to our village with that flag, okay? Raphtalia. I promise I'll bring back the flag for our people with Master Naofumi and Master Rimuru. The party then left the mansion, but once they were on their way through a forest, a fog started to surround them along with a group of Philolials. Naofumi. What is this? Rimuru. You sure know how to make an entrance, Fitoria. What appeared was a girl with silver hair with thin streaks of light blue, cut in a short bob with 3 tufts of hair standing up vertically from the crown of her head, like cowlicks. Her eyes are red and her face is small and well composed. She's dressed in a red and white gothic dress and white sock-like silk boots. She's about the same height as Philo. She walked towards the party. Fitoria. I take it you are the shield hero and blue hero, am I correct? Now Fumi. That's right Rimuru. That's as Fitoria. There is much I wish to discuss with you both, but first allow me to formally introduce myself. I am queen of all the Philolials in the world. My name is Fitoria. Nice to meet you. Melty. Fitoria, it is you now Fumi. Wait, you know her? Rimuru. She's quite the living legend. She was raised by a previous shield hero and tasked by him to protect this world. Even after his death, she's been fighting the waves in other countries and protecting this world for over 500 years. Fitoria. It seems you know more about me than even I do. Impressive. Rimuru. Well, I do have a very reliable source Fitoria. So this is the party of the shield hero. Please tell me your names. Now Fumi. Now Fumi Iwatani. Rimuru. I'm Rimuru Tempest. Raftalia. My name is Raftalia. It's nice to meet you. Philo. I'm Philo Fitoria. And we've met before, haven't we? Thanks again for your assistance. Melty. Of course, my name's Melty Melromark. It's a pleasure to see you. Now Fumi. Not to be rude, but what do you want with us? Fitoria. Answering that question will take time, and this isn't the best place for a chat. Let's go somewhere more comfortable. She pointed to a carriage. Fitoria. Get in the wagon, please. I'll have some questions when we arrive. The party was then transported to ruins. After feasting, thanks to Rimuru and Naofumi's cooking skills and creation magic, they were able to feed all the Philolials. Once finished, Fitoria asked her questions to Naofumi and Rimuru, in which they answered. Fitoria. You cardinal heroes should be ashamed squabbling with each other when the next wave is approaching. Rimuru. It's not our fault they hate us, and anyways I don't see what the big deal is. Fitoria. The heroes mustn't fight amongst themselves. She then explained the situation and her adamancy about the heroes working together. Now Fumi. Not happening Rimuru. It's not like we need their help anyways. Surely you must have seen or heard how we have been easily handling the waves, not to mention you're quite capable. Fitoria. I admit you may have great skill, but a time will come when even your party won't be enough. Rimuru. Not to be rude or undermine your concerns, but I sincerely doubt that. Fitoria. If the heroes are busy fighting each other instead of fighting the waves of catastrophe, then you leave me no choice. I must kill all four of you. Rimuru stared her down in response. Rimuru. You can most certainly try, though I'd rather it didn't come to that. While I could care less what happens to those three, if you try to attack us I won't hold back. Fitoria had many years of experience, and though she had trouble recalling certain things, she had been experienced enough in battle to know that the being before her wasn't bluffing. Rimuru. How about this? You can test any of us if you want. Let us prove to you that we are sufficient. Fitoria. I suppose that would be conventional. Rimuru. We will await your test tomorrow. Fitoria. Good night. Both Rimuru and Naofumi left her and returned to the ruins. Naofumi. I'm gonna turn in. How about you, partner? Rimuru. There are some things I need taken care of first. Don't let me stop you, partner. Naofumi. Alright, don't stay up too late. Rimuru. Right. Naofumi left Rimuru, Diablo, Testarossa, Carrera, Ultima. With his words they all were summoned. Rimuru. How did Idol's rehabilitation go? Diablo. We are happy to inform you that he has changed his ways and is eager to serve you. Rimuru. Good, because I have new tasks for all of you. Diablo. Speak and it will be done, my lord. Rimuru. Diablo, I want you to go to the queen on my behalf, find that shadow you met earlier and see what she wants, and apologize on our behalf for not being there in person, and try to be nice and agreeable to her. Diablo. Understood, my lord. Rimuru. Testarossa, I want you to look after those three sorry excuses of heroes. I don't care what happens to them, but if they die they may find some way to frame us about it. Beside, we don't know when Fitoria will want to make her move against them. If it's ever something that they can't handle, save them and make sure you let them know who sent you. I'm sure that will bother them. Testarossa. If it is your wish, it is my will, my lord. Rimuru. Carrera, keep an eye on the three heroes' church and the royalty. Gain any dirt on them you can find. Carrera. On it, my lord. Rimuru. And Ultima, I want you to reinstall Idol into lordship. You never know when he will come in handy. Ultima. Of course, my lord. Rimuru. With that you all have your assignments. Keep at them unless I say otherwise. With that you're all dismissed. Diablo, Testarossa, Carrera, Ultima. Yes, my lord. With that they all left to their assigned tasks. Rimuru. Now it's all up to you on what's to happen next. Fitoria. The next day arrived and Fitoria declared that she would test Philo. Fitoria. If you can prove to me that you and your party can defeat the waves without any help from the other heroes, then I will back down. Rimuru. You up for it? Philo. Yes, Master. Fitoria and Philo entered a barrier to begin their duel as it was decided they would fight in their human forms. Philo. I'm coming for you, Fitoria, go right ahead. Philo rushed at Fitoria, just barely missing her, but she left a notable cut on her face. Fitoria. Impressive. The battle went on for a while. It seemed as if they were even, but the experience Fitoria had allowed her to triumph, but only just barely. Fitoria. That's enough now, Philo. I believe you've beaten me. Rimuru healed the injuries of both girls. Fitoria, thank you. Rimuru. Of course, Philo was then crowned the next queen of the Philolials. They then celebrated. Rimuru's charisma led to Fitoria obliging a request from Melty to mount her bird form for a ride. Now Fumi. I do not know how you talked her into that. Rimuru. I can be very persuasive. Another talk went between Fitoria, Rimuru and Naofumi. Fitoria. Did you ever try to make up with the other heroes? Naofumi. Not this again, Rimuru. Look, if it bothers you so much, we'll try to clear Naofumi's name. That may clear some things up. Fitoria. I suppose I will settle for that. When I take you all back, I will leave you near one of the other heroes. I hope you will take the opportunity to talk to him. Naofumi. I'll be counting on you for the negotiations part. Fitoria then explained the ultimate decision between the world or its people, followed by resting on the two heroes' laps for a long moment. Meanwhile, Atsuki and Ren were investigating near a trap that would bring their deaths, but a silver-haired savior came to their rescue. Testarossa. It seems my master was right to have me keep an eye on you, Atsuki. Who are you, Testarossa? A loyal follower of Rimuru Tempest and nothing more.